In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to use the winch in Farming Simulator 25 for some forestry and logging tips. Stay tuned. Alright, so what we've got here is the winch. Okay, so it is part of the premium expansion from FS22. However, in the base game in FS25, it's available in the base game. So you want to come into vehicles, come into the category winches, and we're looking for the Taj Fun EGV65 for 8,500. Okay, so that's it there. Attaches to your 3-point hitch, front and rear. And the unique thing about this is you've got a winch rope on the front that you can cut down or put on trees that you've cut down, and then drag them to a sell point or somewhere else where you can process them. So I'm on the Riverbend Springs base game. I put down this miniature sawmill. Okay, so this is the sawmill, the small one. So if we come into, so we go to factories, it is this guy here, so for 36,000. So it's a miniature version of the larger sawmill. Okay, so 36 grand. It's a pretty accessible way to utilize forestry early in the game, and because of the map set up, so you can see here I've cleared out a fair bit of land for where the trees were, so we can utilize these trees for wood productions pretty much straight away in game. Now this winching setup makes life really easy to get these trees from where they're standing over into the production. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to need to get a chainsaw as well. So you get a chainsaw from in the shop, come along here, we'll go down nice and low to the ground. Okay, so we'll cut that guy down. Alright, so basically what you would traditionally do is you'd slice this up, delimit. Takes a long time, especially with the chainsaw, so you'd come through, cut off the different branches, etc, etc. Right, but what we're going to do is we're going to use this winch rope. So let's grab the winch cable. So come up, press L2, and we're going to try and connect it here, like so. And we're just gonna drag it through the field. So obviously you want to make sure you've got a pretty clear path. So obviously I started with the trees closest to the sawmill with a view to let's just zoom out so we can see what's happening. So you're not going to collect anything. It clips into the ground, but the physics of the situation don't really cause any issue, which is good. And then what we can do from here is we get it over the sell point or the trigger point to feed the production, and then what we want to do is we want to drag it pretty much to there. That should probably do it. We will detach from the tree, and then now what we're going to do is we're going to use the front blade on the winch to push the rest of the tree into the trigger, like so. Okay, so you can see if we go into our production point now, we've got 8,205 litres of wood. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch from the front position to the back position, because I believe there is a winching function, so it actually, rather than dragging it, it'll retract the cable. So let's just hook that up. We'll go and grab another tree, and then we'll come back in. So I'll whip over there, get another tree cut down, and then we'll come back in. Okay, so here we are. So let's go and grab this small, I think it's a lodgepole pine, just here. So if you go up to the tree, it'll tell you what it is. So it's a lodgepole. Okay, come up to the tree, we go nice and low to the ground. Okay, quick cut with the chainsaw. We'll go and grab our winch rope. Get that attached. Okay, so now that we've got the control winch function, so if we hold L1 and R1 and L, so left joystick, we can actually winch the log closer to the tractor. Okay, so it's not so far behind us. Might make life a little bit easier. And where that becomes handy is when we get to here, what we can do is we can winch it in all the way like that, and it just becomes a little bit easier to handle to get into the trigger. And you can see if we just jump into the production quickly, so you can see what do we get there, a couple of 100 litres. So all those trees in the starter farm over near where the cow barn is to begin with, the cow pasture, we can basically turn that into wood planks long, wood beams. It's a pretty easy way to get into forestry, and helps you to utilise the timber that you've got available on your farm, and it saves you having the manual process of cutting the logs into small pieces, whereas you can just cut down one tree into a smaller tree. Obviously you can do in one pass, but something like a big oak tree or something that's much heavier, you might have to cut up into smaller sections. So like this guy here, we might have to cut it into two. So we'd cut it down, then we'd cut the trunk up into two sections, and then you're basically utilising I think it's a 6.6 ton weight limit on the winch, which is pretty decent. So there you go, quick little logging tip. So there you go, introductory guide on how to use the base game winch in Farming Simulator 25. If you like this video, leave a like on it. Any questions, leave a comment below. Consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.